Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help you? I can do that. Morse Mutual. We're here to help. Sure.
No, I just played the weird out card. It's like, oh, really?
All Morse Mutual operators are...
So some supplies get handed to you on a plate, others in private military convoy.
As long as he doesn't fuck with me, I can go two shits.
Nice work. Your left. right then.
Right. Nah, I weirded both of them out into passive mode after killing them quite a few times too. And then to boot, it's like they don't want to send me any messages because I keep replying back, "Bet you catch." And nah, it's like I went full fucking mental on them. Like, yeah, I am gay. I'm also straight because I'm bi. It's like, do you like big bears? Do you prefer to pitch or catch? It's like, no. I fucked with them hard on that shit. Like, I'm pretty sure that between the amount of kills that I fucking got on them, and then the sheer amount of fucking bullshit I sent their way. I mean, not all of it was bullshit. Some of it was, but the part about me being bi, definitely not bullshit. Yeah. Like, yeah. That was fucking hilarious. No.
These supplies.
Oh, he left. That's a little cute baby laugh. I didn't like the fact that I asked him again. No. I went full fucking mental on him. Like, I let him have it. The full fucking amount of the shit that is cooked up inside my head, I just let it rip. Oh, I mean, there's a reason I tell people I'm insanely sane. It's not because I'm joking, it's because I just got that much fucking crap crammed up in my head, mental-wise, that it's like, keeps me sane to some degree. Great! Cause I mean, if you ain't a little bit insane, you ain't sane. You gotta have some insanity to be able to be sane. Especially in this fucked up world. Yeah. It's like my instant energy stems from the fact of a broken ass system
All
that
right
has
then.
no signs
That'll
of
keep
getting
him.
better and no signs that it's not getting worse. Then the fact of labeling and the fact that nobody wants to, you know, acknowledge the fact of when they fucked up when they have. But, you know, every time I try to say anything, nope, I'm just the wrong person. I don't know anything at all, you know. And yeah, for certain situations of subject, I don't. But for others, I do. And when somebody tries to tell me that I don't know something that I know, especially in the golden age of, here, let me Google that. It's like, yeah, believe me. I've read up on a lot of things and had to Google a lot of shit. I know my shit. But you know, still get the bullshit thrown my way, because that can't possibly be right. Well, here, how about you Google it? Go to this page. It's also endorsed by ABC and, you know, a lot of the major news outlets. But it's also a subsidiary company, and the people that run it, or rather that actually work for it, don't fucking bend the truth on this specific set of subjects. So, you know, that new cybernetic eye that was worked on and finished up within this year, well, guess what? It actually happened. But, you know, try to explain that to somebody who's complete like, no, cybernetics are never anything that's going to be fully fixed out or worked on. Well, the new cybernetic eye seems to be helping people see just fine. Yeah, it only has a frickin' lifespan of about 5 to 6 years, but that's 5 to 6 years that these people can see before they have to get a replacement. For another 5 or 6 years. It's like, yeah, it ain't cheap, but at least they can see. Yeah. But, you know, try to explain shit like that to random people who don't keep up with that sort of thing. It's like, nah, you're bullshitting, you're lying, you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, well, how about you take your fucking opinions and your fucking bullshit, you don't know what you're talking about, shove it up your ass and quit throwing it onto my fucking piling heap of shit that I have to put up with on a daily basis. It's like, you want to add more plutonium to the fucking bomb? By all means, please do. I call people a fucking chili pepper for a reason on occasion. Guarantee you keep throwing plutonium on my bomb, it's gonna explode. It's like, there's a reason I try to avoid unnecessary, unwanted bullshit, so I don't have to deal with y'all fuckwads. Fucking toxic ass motherfuckers can't just try to live with one another. Instead, you gotta be Mr. fucking power dominating or Miss it's all about me and nobody else can fucking have a say in it. It's like, okay. The world we live in is not getting better, and it's not getting any signs of getting better.
You know what to do.
It's like, I try and live my own shit and keep my head above water and don't focus on other people's unnecessary bullshit that in no way affects me. For a fucking reason. But, you know, totally not insanely sane, right? Totally don't have a bunch of shit rambling around up in my head. Like, yeah, fish get... never mind. I'm not gonna go into that one. Fuck it, you know what? Yeah, fish gut, fuck stick, munchkin, butt eating motherfucker. Yeah, what it is. I got all kinds of insanely insane fucking shit in my head that I can throw out as a random insult. Yeah. Forgot about that. I think that was one of my better lucid dreams. You just can't argue with running around from a freaking, yeah. chainsaw wielding maniac who then the minute he loses his chainsaw grabs immediately for a fucking grass saw. Just starts trying to cut you with that shit. It's like having to fucking climb over barbed wire, get all cut up. It's like, that's a good lucid dream. Get your heart pumping, you know. You know you're not gonna die because you're in full control of the dream. Meanwhile, you know, you got that friggin', yeah, chainsaw wielding, buzzsaw using friggin' maniac just chasing you the whole time. So delightful. And then the minute you get cut and that little bit of blood comes out and it just gets you all in the survival mood. It's like, okay, now we're getting serious. He drew blood. Let's do this thing. And then you end up getting to the part where you soak him in acid because he ends up trying to follow you into the wrong area, and then you light him on fire, and then after you've lit him on fire, he still tries to come at you. You get a freaking buzzsaw to the gut, and then all of a sudden, as you're writhing in pain with the buzzsaw in your gut, thankfully it stopped because your meat caused it to stop from getting all the frickin' mechanisms jammed up. You just look dead at him and turn on the grinder that both of you are standing above, and then the grinder activates. You both end up fucking mulched, but you immediately can't help but laugh hysterically as he gets mulched. It's like, yeah, that's a good dream. That's a good lucid dream. Just can't beat it. Yeah, those are good ones too. The pendulum axes, you know, yeah. It's like, oh no, they're slowly cutting into my flesh. They're cutting me into 3 pieces: my legs, my core, and my head and shoulders. It's like, oh no, whatever. Oh, that's right. Not give a crap at the amount of pain that this should be causing me because I don't have that kind of fucking shit in a lucid dream. It's like, I can control my fucking lucid dreams to the point where I don't feel that pain even though I should. It's like, yeah. What it is, biatch. Oh yeah, no, those are the good ones too. It's like, you get the ones where it's feminazis that for whatever reason they just hate your guts and you happen to be a dude even though you're bisexual or something, and in the dream all of a sudden, you know, they wrap you up in barbed wire with a bunch of razor blades on it, and then they fucking, or just, yeah, use the razor wire barbed wire. That was the best one. And then they wrap you up in it, stick you on a table, and just start going to town on you with chainsaws, mulching you from head to toe. Yeah. That dream's especially interesting. It's like, I know I should be freaked out by this, especially since this is a real possibility if feminazis ever gain control of the government. Or get a good footing. But, at the same time, this is actually quite enjoyable to watch this happen and laugh. It's like, this should be hurting, but it doesn't. It's like, bring on more chainsaws. Do you have fire? Do you have gasoline? Add gasoline to the fucking chainsaw and light it ablaze. We need some added fucking shit in here for psychotic freaking episodes of pandemically annoying and funny shit. Like, you feminazis need to take care of turning it up a notch. If you're gonna mulch a man because he's a man, then mulch him right. With fucking chainsaws lit on fire with gasoline, the razor wire, and me enjoying the pain because you're a bunch of fucking dickwads in a dream of mine that I can control. No. I think the best one was when it was the mutated tapeworms. And you know, the mutated tapeworms, all of a sudden, it's like, you're sitting there, enjoying a nice dream, all of a sudden the ground falls out from under you, you fall into a giant vat of mutated tapeworms. they start biting into your body and fucking like doing that weird, yeah, fucking parasitic bullshit where they just rip you apart and eat you little by little like piranhas from the inside out until you're nothing but bone. And meanwhile, because you're in a lucid dream, you're just sitting there like, so this is what this is like. Well, this does like way more justice towards maggots. Like, give me a good pine box and frickin' dirt nap, I'll accept that in a heartbeat. Or if I gotta use a modern day coffin because you're worried about seepage, fine, fine. Just make sure that the maggots are in the coffin, because I want the maggots. Yeah. It's like, now that I've experienced this shit in a dream, and I've even allowed for the pain reception to be turned on so I can feel every minute of this does no fucking problem towards me being able to accept being eaten while I'm dead as, yeah, by maggots. It's like, even if it was alive and for whatever reason the maggots were eating me, I'd still accept it. Because, you know, average Joe Schmo fucking dead flesh eating maggots have nothing on mutated, yeah, tapeworms. It's like, yeah. Nah, I have a lot of weird dreams. Most of them are psychotic. I think my favorite one was the one where I was in a lucid dream, and for whatever reason the whole world had been turned into zombies minus a few people. But of course those few people just wanted to kill you for your shit. So the whole dream was basically me just smashing zombies' heads with my bare fist after I ran out of ammunition for my guns. And basically running throughout an entire city just smashing zombies and finding random shit to use as a weapon. And by the end of it, it's like my freaking psyche was so tired that it's like we just freaking collapsed and let the zombies finally eat us. Didn't make a sound, didn't writhe in pain or yell, even though I allowed for the pain reception to be on for that dream because it was an energizing, invigorating dream. It's like, yeah, still had that freaking deal where it's like, this is just too awesome to pass up being eaten alive by zombies in a dream. It's like, you can't beat that. Sure, I could turn off the pain reception for the dream, but then what would that do? Wouldn't be as enjoyable. Yeah. No, the best one. I forgot about that, yeah. Being slowly mulched from head to toe while being lowered into a big freaking grinder. The whole time of which it's like you're lit on fire, the pain reception is going because you allowed for it in the freaking lucid dream. You just feel it the whole time. And it's like, yeah, I think I'm a broken individual with all these freaking weird lucid dreams I have. But oh well. Who's not broken in their own way in this fucked ass world? No. I'll see, the thing I laugh about and think is funny is it's like people, they tell me, why do you do that? Why do you just accept that as a dream? It's like, because I don't really have a good place in this world. I'm more combat effective or combat oriented as far as my mentality of wanting to fight than I am trying to fucking, you know, sit there, yeah, sweeping a floor, picking up fucking random shit for money, or, you know, moving boxes. But you try to explain that to people, it's like, well, do you have any military background? Do you have any cop background? No, I don't. But I know how to fire a gun. I know that I do better in combat situations or fighting situations than I do in fucking average Joe Schmo fucking civilian situations. I know how to bust heads because I've lived in areas where sometimes you gotta bust fucking heads. It's like, give me an enemy, point me in the direction, and let me go to town. That's my mentality. If I died, then at least I'll have died for trying to do something for someone. It's like, at this point, there is no such thing as just fighting for specifically, you know, anything. Ultimately, it comes down to who are you benefiting, who's going to pay the most. Because that's the world we unfortunately live in. It's not going to get any better anytime soon. Not unless somebody finally decides to strike the flames for civil war. And that ain't happening anytime soon because nobody wants to have another civil war. Especially not with the potential that Uncle Sam could have, you know, different armed force branches that could potentially side with them. Yeah. And even then, it's like most of the army wouldn't fucking do it. Most of them, they wouldn't fucking lay a hand on cities. Marines wouldn't do it. About the only one who's questionable is maybe the Air Force. Yeah. And even then, most of them probably wouldn't do it unless they were that intrigued by a paycheck. But, because nobody wants to strike that, we come back around to the fact that we just gotta live with the bullshit. Because nobody wants to frickin' try and actually do something that's gonna make it better. Yeah. Hey, I remember that name. Caesar Junior 43. No, I'm pretty sure if I recall correctly, he was one of the ones I met in the friggin' free mode. And he decided to start fucking with some of my friggin', friends. So I ended up having to fuck him up. I believe he was a low level, if I recall correctly. Really? I filled all the supplies that... Well, dang damn, that's no fun. Now I gotta go do the actual biker shit. Oh well. At least nobody's been giving me trouble, so I can actually do this with enjoyable stuff now. That's right. I need to fix that still. It was okay, but honestly, I like the scope better. It has its uses without the scope if you're doing certain stuff, but yeah.
You got some great weaponry available. Got something in mind? You'll never look back.
No. See, the problem I ran into with it was, yeah, the double barrel's nice because it does have that ability to insta-kill, but the problem is that you gotta be so close for it that it's ridiculous. Not to mention, once you fire the gun, it's an older double barrel style that they're going for, so instead of just firing the one round, it's firing both at the same time for one trigger pull. Yeah. And because of that, it's kinda useless. Like, see, both rounds went out instead of just a single. Well, if I'm not mistaken, for the specific shotgun they're going for here, double barrel wise, it has a dual action inside that connects to a single trigger. So basically, you pull the trigger once, one barrel goes off, pull the trigger again, second barrel goes off. So it's only one trigger, but two mechanisms to that one trigger. But for whatever reason, the way Rockstar has it, it's just a single trigger for both mechanisms and both rounds fire off, which makes the weapon entirely useless. But it's okay. Rockstar's a developer, and they obviously have not shot guns a day in their life to understand what ballistics and how guns fire. Yeah. But then again, they're also, it's like, the ballistics are kind of what they are just because they're not really using ballistics at all. About as close as you get to ballistics is if you use the marksman rifle with the red dot. Yeah. No, legitimately, the marksman rifle is literally the only weapon that if you put it to where it has a red dot sight instead of the zoom sight that comes standard on it, it actually gives the weapon ballistics, because A, the weapon has spray and pray effect to a certain degree, and B, the recoil on it with the red dot is a little more than it is with the zoom scope. And because of that, it actually makes it more skillful to have to use. However, there being the downside is that by getting rid of the zoom scope, you don't have any range as far as visibility and acquiring target. But it does give it ballistics because you have to get used to guiding where each of your shots are going to go if you're not sitting there tapping the trigger. Because a lot of people, they have a bad habit of holding the trigger for the marksman. But that's also because when they have the zoom scope on it, they don't really have to worry about recoil at all. But it's different when they're using the red dot, because the red dot they have to worry about recoil more. Well, I mean, I can show you what I mean. Where are you, mobile operations? Or can I not do that one? Oh, there it is. My bad. I skipped over it. Okay, let's see where it puts that. Guessing it's gonna put it somewhere down over towards... well, that's surprising. Usually doesn't do that. Which side? Or you just gonna be a dumbass. Yeah, you're gonna be a dumbass, okay. Actually, I thought those were... I actually thought those were boxes or something sitting in the field. I didn't even realize they were people until I hit one. If I'm being honest.
Attack is the best form of self-defense. Alright?
Shit. I was gonna do something, now I don't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. Marks. Or actually, yeah, no, before I remove the scope, give you an accuracy idea. Okay, so, to make it to where I can't easily see where I'm pinging my rounds, just to further improve what I mean, I should put on this. Okay, so. Now that's what it looks like with the zoom scope on, just firing every round in the mag, the 16. Barely any kind of recoil, barely any kind of ballistics. Probably not more than a quarter's worth apart. If you're going off real world standards, maybe a 50-cent piece. And then without the zoom scope, there it is.
Like a brand new weapon, trust me.
I'll do 2 ones of this. I'll do it in third and then first person. because first person is the better style of ballistics, but third is what I usually do and what I know a lot of people tend to use for combat unless they like the first person accuracy buff. A little bit more of a difference. You can see where the rounds strayed because of the difference in ballistics. And that's in first person with a little bit of an accuracy buff. In third person without an accuracy buff. Actually, that was pretty good. Why the fuck you doing this game now? Okay, I see how it is. Well, anyways, the point is the ballistics and accuracy are a little different depending on which one you use. The zoom scope tends to do better, but I'm also not at the usual maximum range most people would be fighting. Now that one you could definitely tell it was different because of the fact that I was at the actual usual range most people tend to fight. Now you could see the difference in where the rounds were hitting on that without me even... Yeah. So that's the difference in long range accuracy there when you're using it with a red dot, and that's in third person. So I'll go back out and do it in first person now so you can see the difference on that as well, because it does take in different factors. However, first person is going to be a little better just because of the accuracy and recoil bonus that first person tends to give. Now that's with just first person. Now, if I go out and I do it zoom scope in third and first person, you'll see even more of the what I mean as far as the recoil and accuracy getting better with the zoom scope.
Got some frustration you want to work off? Huh? Let me know how you get on.
Just so I remember, so last panel, second to last panel, and last panel. Okay, so just because I already know this is going to be ridiculously easy. And then we'll do third person for this. And then just for shits and giggles, I know there are first-person users that like to do that instead of trying to aim. Now, you can see first person as those were my first couple of shots. After I lined it up and got the recoil down, it was able to hit dead center on most of those for the most part in a tight group. This one was even less in third person for some reason, which is kind of surprising because usually first person gives an accuracy buff and recoil reduction, but point being, first couple of shots, then tight-knit grouping once I settle out the recoil. And then for the shits and giggles, we got this one over here, which was just kind of willy-nilly for first person, but still had some tight groupings in areas. It's like, this thing is literally ridiculous with a zoom scope. Yeah. And the red dot makes it more of a challenge, however, as I keep having to deal with more constant dickwads that want to use this with custom ammo, I need the zoom scope, because it's a rock, paper, scissors matter. Not that I like having to fall down to their level usually, but if they're gonna be toxic assholes, then it is what it is. Right. It's like, so annoying. No.
So,
I really
no
do hate
security
that.
companies
It's like I
moving
can't
what
listen
we
to any
need.
of the
Just don't
in-game
know which
freaking
band they're
music
using.
because otherwise I'll get a copyright for YouTube. It's like, really? Fucking A. give me something to shoot. Like, this is boring right now. Just driving all the way out with fucking supplies. With no music. So if I listen to in-game music, I'll get copyrighted. It's like, thanks, YouTube. Can you lighten up a little bit? Let me listen to some in-game music that's programmed into the fucking game without copyright bullshit. Hey, there we go. That was entertaining. Now I have something to kill. And because I have something to kill, it's more enjoyable. Because, you know, I can't listen to music for enjoyment. Oh, that would be too much, you know? Why in the heck is that out? I did not say to give me that piece of shit. Give me my Mac. Thank you. And now I'll take a shotgun. Just explain what I need it more. Yeah, true. That might be an Uzi. Now that I come to think of it, because it doesn't have this squared body. But it's hard to tell. I think it might be one of like the second or third generation Uzis. It's got that nice little slim butt with the pop out stock. That, and it's got the kind of upgraded older top sight slide pieces where part of the iron sights to the slide to crank it or the action. Ooh, I know exactly what one this is. Didn't figure that was gonna happen, but still was worth a try. Wait, there's only... Really? Okay, well, yeah, I guess go for that one. Let's go a little closer. This way. No. That dumb fuck's fucking with it. Yeah, nah. I'm not gonna engage him unless he is, but if he is, I'm gonna fuck him up. Fuck with my supplies, I'm gonna fuck with you. I've already had 2 idiots fucking me tonight. Yeah, I'd be getting the fuck out too, buddy. that one. I don't know, I'm guessing he saw it and thought it was one of the old, you know, stick C4 to the back of the truck and blow it open and it'll give you 9 grand deals, but those haven't been in the game in forever. I don't know whether they were purposely removed or whether it's another one of those deals where Rockstar just had so much damn content that it glitched out some of their old code. But it hasn't been a thing for a while now. I've seen them glitch in on occasion, like the code suddenly decides to fix itself or something. Or break itself if Rockstar took them out. I haven't seen them legitimately in the game for a damn long time. Fucking Civvy, I'm gonna let you off with that. It's my bad, but if that had been any other situation, you'd be fucked. And you need to get your fucking car off my goddamn bike. Yeah. Tell me I'm bastard again. Next time I'll aim high. Oh, yeah, we got people dead. We got people dead. Oh, no. I want that red car specifically. I want that red fucker right now. I got the right car. Had a scraped front bumper from when it ran over my bike. sure, but knowing the fact that that was an explosion, the fact that yes, it'd say 2 civilian vehicles spawned on top of one another. One flipped upside down, and the other one standing on top of it or sitting on top of it caused the gas tank to rupture and blow. Like usually seems to happen when they derp up like that in the game. Gotta love that first-person handling buff. Of course, the speed buff, debuff rather than gets not very good. No, it debuffs the speed just a little bit. You can tell the way it handles and the way it gets up. It doesn't get up nearly as fast in first person. See, like here, this is a hill. This should pick it up pretty damn good, but it doesn't. Now, when I get to the next area where there'll be another hill, I'll do it again in third person. And you can just see the difference. Come on. There we go. I think this vehicle's a little soft in the love nut. Man, we just gotta hope that we can cross before the train comes along. Oh, man, driving in here is so slow. Now I remember these things don't handle well on dirt picking up speed. Oh yes, we're out of the tunnel almost. Ah, yeah. No, don't give me this bullshit. Yeah, exactly. In fact, you know what? Taking the gravel road instead, your dumb dirt ass. Okay. Now, third person speed pickup on a little bit of a hill. And actually, it's picking up speed even faster going up a small hill. It's like, you just see it. Okay, here we go. Nice little slant. Yeah, the speed pickup is way better in third person. That, and because you're in third person, you can also see better to avoid hitting shit. That's the part I don't like about the first person. facts are what the facts are. Okay. I gotta do some more resupplies though, but before then... Ain't no time like the present.
We got what we need. LJT signing off.
LJT signing off. It's like, well, that's fine and dandy, LJT, but I didn't really ask for you to sign off. Yeah. No, I'm completely fucking around. Because LJT is Lester. Yeah. Well, okay, not legitimately Lester, but same voice actor, you can hear it. Yeah, because LJT is black dude, and Lester's a white dude. But if you listen to the voices, you can tell that it's the same voice actor, because Lester's voice is exactly spot on the same to LJT's. Not that that's a big deal, because, I mean, it's not a bad voice actor, and he's done other voice acting jobs that his specific voice fits well to. Nice, calm, cool, collective, almost kind of nerdy voice. Someone you could listen to because of the fact that they have a more trusting sounding voice. Even though I would call Lester's character and LJT's character less than trustworthy, but... yeah. Well, because the characters are kind of portrayed in manners that make them not exactly the most trustworthy, capable characters. Yeah. Oh no. Lester? Shoddy as fuck on some of the shit he does, and shady as hell. But LJT even more so, because when you first meet LJT, he's literally a black biker dude. Black biker dude who hints at the fact that he's done all kinds of jobs, from transporting certain products and other assorted goods, sports equipment as they call it in the game, also known as guns for gun running. He also hints at the fact that he's done quite a few hit jobs or assassination jobs. And the way he enters in and exits out just shows how shady he is. Because one minute he's there telling you something, the next minute he's fucking ghosted. And nowhere near you, calling you on the phone. Yeah. It's like, wait, how the fuck did he get 5 miles out from me already? And is calling me on a phone. It's like, ah, shit. This man's a true biker, got some ex-military shit. Yeah, fucking Hell's Angel style crap. No, I'm not exactly specifically referring to him as a Hell's Angel, but the idea by there, like, if you get into the nitty-gritty of Hell's Angels, they were originally formed as kind of a loosey-goosey, we all served in the military or armed forces, and now we're out, but we need something to keep us, you know, energized and invigorated to what they were used to in the military, so they drank a lot, went out, had good times, biking, doing their crazy stuff. Unfortunately, they got a bad rep for the cops, because, you know, cops are what the cops are, and especially the government, or rather, local city government. um, being what it is, and especially back then, anything that wasn't, you know, proper or civilized or seen as being civilized was considered bad. And so you had the Hells Angels, who eventually ended up deciding to say, fuck it, well, we need to worry about also being able to have good times and keep the funding for that. And unfortunately, that's where one of their leaders made kind of a little bit of a bad choice, in my opinion, decided to go into drugs. And then from there, it just all stemmed into the current modern day shit that people view and see as. Yeah. But the fact of the way they're portraying LJT in the game, it kind of strikes me as that, you know, I've served just by the way he ghosts out like he does. Because LJT, like, he literally ghosts. Like, 1 second, you'll be standing here, he'll be standing there, like, right where that shadow is. You'll be talking to him, and then all of a sudden you'll turn away to look at, like, a product or something that he's telling you to look at. Turn back around, he's fucking gone. And then you hear him calling you on the phone, and his motorcycle making a little noise in the background on the phone. And he's like, well, I think you got it. It's like, holy shit, that motherfucker ghosted me. I didn't even hear him fucking step away. But that's why I think the way they're trying to portray LGT's character is kind of like that Hell's Angel mentality. Especially since he does have a cut on in the game, and he's, yeah. It's like, yeah, I got some military background, but at the same time, I like to live life free and enjoy my life. It's like, it's just got that kind of, yeah, eminence, or emanating, yeah, feeling about him. Yeah, not eminence, but emanating, yeah. It's like you can just tell he's a chill individual until he's not. Yeah. And even then, it's like he's still in control even when he's not chill. Well, here. If you don't believe me, here. I just saw you the magic. Now listen closely.
I take it this isn't a social call. Call me back when you figured out how that brain of yours works.
Now that was Lester, and then here, assuming it'll actually dial through. Nope, okay, fuck. Well, we're gonna have to quickly run a job anyway, since I got more supplies I need. Then, listen closely here for a sec when he gives us the phone call, and you can see it's the same voice actor, just they modulated the
How about
LJT
this?
voice.
The supplies we need just got confiscated by the cops. Attract some police attention, and the patrol should bring them right to you.
My point. Yeah, they modulated it to sound deeper, but it's still Lester's voice actor. Actually, no, you know what? Wait, hold on. What are we doing now? Ooh, yeah, nah.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know. I'll bring it by.
This is one time where I'm not going biker style. And for good reason. couldn't resist. Well, that flipped him. Oh, yeah. Come right up on my left. I dare you. I fucking dare you, AI. Yeah, I didn't think so. Ooh. Whammo! Ooh, I got that one real good. Oh, I can't resist. This has to happen. Still worth it. God damn, I gotta admire this for a sec. I jacked that fucking car up. Oh, that's my new ride. Fuck it. Don't give a shit. Yep, can't have that on. YouTube might get it copyrighted by friggin' 2K again. Why does 2K have to own Rockstar? Now this is a vehicle where first person uses that speed boost, because holy crap. Oh yeah, I fucked this car good. It's so fucked it's still trying to go left even when I'm not turning. And if it's the car that oversteers to the left, turn on a fucking dime to the left. That and it can stop on a dime to the right. Yeah. Left side's sitting lower, especially in the back, so because of that, it helps out braking a little quicker. Now, right side wise, that's not the case, because right side wise, it's sitting higher, so it's not going to have as much resistance. Yep. Not enough resistance when you hold the brake on the right side. Okay, let's get shit poppin'. Wait, my stock's... Oh, crap. My stock is full. Fuck. I didn't even realize. Yeah. Well, at the very least, all full supplies. That works. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, so these supplies...
oh, gosh. You would make it Fort Zagondo, wouldn't you? Which version? It's that one. Oh, yeah, no. Fuck that. Nope, this is about to be annoying. If I recall, I gotta go to Fort Zagondo, grab a van, I believe if I'm correct. There's a bunch of enemies I have to shoot through. They were all primarily, yeah, military oriented. Might be one or two Merryweather mercs, but that's about all. Yep. Well, maybe I can do that if I'm lucky. What? Okay, what the hell is the point of doing the whole stealth mode thing if I can't stealth them? That was just fucking pointless. Where the fuck is this? Oh, there it is. Guessing it's gonna be the very last one I destroy. You know know, you don't need help. It's like, fuck that shit. Oh my god, couldn't be any more retarded. Okay, let's just re-aim this shit, because I don't feel like having that happen. Finally, okay. Now we just run like batshit crazy. No, I still want to know how the fuck those vehicles had that much fucking, yeah, ballistic resistance. No. Because it's 60 rockets per vehicle. Yeah, that's ridiculous. No way that was legit. Fucking legit. Yeah. That and the amount of fucking minigun strifes I did with the fucking jet, Hydra. Yeah. It's like the Hydra has the same miniguns that the laser does. Guaranteedly 4 strifes from that thing with as many times as I hit accurately. Nah. No fucking way. Nah, I was lighting both of their fucking Speedo customs up. There's no way both of those vehicles survive 60 plus rockets plus minigun strikes, and then on top of that, an extra frickin' 60. Yeah. Because I hit them with at least a good 5 or 6 refills, so actually more than, you know, 60 or 120. Yeah. It's like I hit them with at least 5 refills of frickin', yeah, Oppressor MK2 rockets, plus the frickin' minigun strifes from the Hydra. It's like, no fucking way those things were that fucking powerful. I own one. I know. Yeah. I'm guessing at least one or both of them was in one of the God mode glitches. Because their accounts weren't exactly what I would call modded capable. And it got to the point where they hit passives, so they obviously didn't have a bunch of money to continue it. Yeah, so I'm guessing it was a God mode glitch. No, more often than not nowadays, the reason that people hit passives is for one of 3 reasons. Either they just don't want to put up with the bullshit, they got tired of getting killed because of the shit that they started. Or because, well, because actually there's the other one where they hit passive to go get a vehicle or something to continue trying to kill in. And then the fourth one is the fact that they ran out of money and don't have money to cover a constant battle like most battles tend to be in GTA. Thankfully, in my case, I've got, 1.3 that I can work with for friggin' battles, and if need actually be, not that I necessarily prefer to waste money on such meaningless things. No, I actually have to agree with that dude 100%. It's like, the game is legitimately Grand Theft Auto, not Grand Kill Auto. Grand Theft Auto. The whole idea of the game is geared upon you being a successful thief. That does not include having to go out of your way and purposely kill people, because that kind of shit doesn't happen. Not often anyways, and not under the parameters that people are trying to say, oh, well, I'm just doing it the way it would happen in real life. It's like, no. More often than not, gangbangers and gangs, rival freaking outfits, they're not gonna fucking go and start killing each other in the streets because it's bad for business. They can't move product when the cops are in high quantity, and the cops are usually always in high quantity if the freaking gangs are at war, because they want to try and avoid civilian casualties, so they're in higher quantity. Any frickin' smart, half-assed, or even frickin' wannabe gangbanger in real life that moves product or anything would know, oh, well, war is bad for us because that means the cops are going to be in higher quantity, which means we're going to have to deal with the fact that we won't be able to easily move product like we want. It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Get behind something!
Whoa, where the fuck did you come from, boy? We good. No, those kinds of players always make me laugh. They'll say and do anything to make it seem like they're not the asshole that they are. It's like when you go out of your way to kill somebody for no reason other than the fact that you can. That's not anybody trying to freaking play the game the way it is. A numero uno, the RP you get from it is so minutely freaking small that you can't even fucking say that that's a logical reason. Because 25 RP is nothing. It's chicken scratch for RP when you can go and do an actual job or contact mission and get, upwards of 4 to 5 or 6 or 1,000 RP from doing one of those. It's a complete blatant excuse. excuse on the part of people who try to use that as an excuse. And saying that the money is good, it's not. I personally, for curiosity's sake, when this stuff first dropped, have blown up buddies of mine's shipments and stuff with them knowing, because I wanted to test out how much it would actually pay. It paid literally fucking nothing. Yeah, because totally separate biases you. It's like, I highly doubt NPC that you're a Marine, because if you were a Marine, you wouldn't have stayed in that fucking car, you would have hopped out, taken cover, and start firing back. No, I don't know a damn thing about the Marines, but I can guarantee you they wouldn't have been that fucking dumb. Yeah. No, that NPC is fucking dumb. I guarantee you, if that NPC had actually been able to be programmed with an actual Marine mentality and combat and situational awareness, that NPC would have been out of that car and in cover trying to shoot me, instead of sitting there in the car in easy position for me to shoot back. It's like, that NPC is fucking dumb. Yeah. But then again, a lot of Rockstar's AIs are kind of stupid and idiotic the way they work. Yeah. Well, those NPCs right there, the ones that were just after me, they're basically Merryweather security, which is, in the game, it's ex-military, but even so, with how dumb their AI is, they're not operating like military private security outfit. It's like, there's no tactics, they don't try to, you know, section you in to where they can close you into a kill zone. They don't try to use any kind of tactics. It's like, why the fuck they even bother trying to call those NPCs Merryweather security and try and make them seem like they're private security force of ex-military with a little bit of, you know, shady backdoor dealing crap as usual for the GTA standpoint, but it's like, it's freaking hilarious. About the only time the NPCs are even in trouble is if they're in high quantity, and that's just because of their accuracy buff they got, their range buff for being able to lock onto a player or detect a player, and their buff to health and resistance that they got, which even then isn't a whole lot. It's mainly that accuracy and range detection that benefits them the most. Just because the more headshots they can get, the quicker you can be put down. Actually, wait. Yeah, I guess now we're dealing with that. Yeah. Nah. Do we want that or do we want... Yeah, let's go with slugs for now. Don't do that shit, boy. Not gonna lie, that was a few inches too close. Oh no, I didn't even have to see that third person to know how close I came to crashing there. That was a little too close. Oh, we are going down the thing. Nope, never mind. We're not smoking. We should be good. Oh, but that is going to steer rough now. Oh, I could hear that. That was clipping hard. Oh shit, yeah, nah. Don't mind me, civvies. Just coming through with my merry old chopper. Lucky, it'll do a simple 1 drop. If I'm unlucky, it'll do a 3 drop, and even then I'll have a little bit of a chance just because of the vehicle. Yeah, no, I got way too close there. Oh no, if this were real life, this chopper would be horribly fucked. Just because no way a rotor blade will take that much damage with that much, yeah, force being struck up against it. because the material they're standardly made out of isn't strong enough to withstand abnormally large hits like that. Well, the whole idea of helicopters to be reasonably lightweight so they can carry more. Yeah. That's why most of the type of shit they use on helicopters tends to be very lightweight material as far as what little metal goes into it. Most of the metal is from the engine, the components to run the rotor. The rest is all intermixed wiring, which is comparably small on weight value. Yee. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if we're lucky, it'll do a one load drop. If we're unlucky, it'll do a double load. Yeah, which even then isn't too horrible.
Okay, so we're selling some of the stuff that's been piling up downstairs and giving me a heart attack? Great. I've sent you a...
Yeah. Okay, so what am I dealing with here? Single drop, double drop, triple drop, quad drop. Of course, you don't want to say nothing, so I'm guessing it's going to be one of those ones where it's more than just a drop. If I had to guess, I'm guessing we're looking at destroying something than doing a destination drop. And knowing my luck, I'm guessing it looks like it's going to be halfway across the map, wherever it is. That worked out pretty perfect. Again, this thing likes to get up and go and slip out back there. No, guaranteeably, if there was no such thing as MK2 oppressor, or the oppressor, mainly MK2 oppressor, it's like this thing would be a fucking beast if you don't with anything. Because the tanks can't keep up with it. Most other vehicles can be shot to hell by it. And it's got a nice powerful 50 cal to it instead of the usual fucking dumbed down 7.62 bullshit. No, like the Insurgent pickup, they've got a machine gun on there that they make it look like a 50 cal, but when you actually fire it, it's firing like a 7.62 style. Yeah. Barely even doing enough damage to fuck up a vehicle, let alone a player, if you're even lucky enough to hit them. That, most of the times that people do get kills with it, it's only because of the fact that they got lucky and one or two of their shots was a headshot, it's a chest shot. Don't give a shit, just shut up right now and concentrate, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't hear you, sir, over the loud sound of my vehicle and the mass explosions coming from you idiots running over my mines. Okay, can we not turtle roll right now? Thank you, game. Fuck you too. We're just gonna have you turtle roll when you shouldn't really need to. You know, in a vehicle that's not easily able to turtle roll.
Hello?
I suppose at least it's not the breakdancing turtle like the Insurgent pickup. That shit just got old and annoying quick. I swear, if they have us going halfway back across town, I'm gonna fucking, yep. Oh, you are a dead man. You are a fucking dead man, LJD. LJD's a dead man, Lester's a dead man. Fucking, yeah, Barney or whatever the fuck his name is a dead man. Fucking club assistant. Yeah. K. Tony also, as he's known. Make me come halfway out into the middle of bumfuck nowhere just to send me back where I was. Like, really? Yeah. We pulling some Fallout shit here now suddenly, fucking Grand Theft Auto, Going the Fallout 76 route, have you do quests that are abnormally fucking spaced apart and unnecessary. This guy. I was about to say, I don't want to have to be any of your dumb shit, but I will. Oh, fuck. It's got us going all the way up to the radio station. Well, fuck this shit. No, I'm about to fucking eat this shit. I'm not going to fucking sit all the fuckways down here trying to fucking get all the way up there. I'm going straight the fuck up. Screw this shit. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. We Skyrimming this shit. I just assumed he probably needed to die. I mean, he's a security guard. And apparently now, more than ever in GTA, security guards are apparently counted as cops, because the minute you get one of them pissed off, they call straight for the cops. Like they've got them right on fucking walkie. Well, we're back up into the 1.5 range at the very least. Shame I had to dip down that low to 1.3 just because some dumbasses wanted to fuck around. Start shit for no reason.
Alright.
Actually, yeah, find a new session first, then leave. Just go smoother. Yeah. Thinking that does sound pretty tasty. Use some of that jerky stuff and save it. Mash it up into small balls, kind of make like some weird meatball kind of deals. Put that in some ramen. Yeah, sounds good. We'll do that. Well, that is good. Yeah, so I'll have to supply that up next one. Actually, for curiosity, they don't need more core stock sales again. Still no. Seriously, I want them to put this back down on the 2.5, and like if they end up doing another sale on that where it's 2.5, I'm getting that in a heartbeat. No, I still do need to get my Akula, but my Akula's not a priority. Especially since I'm still kind of ticked off that, you know, I bought it already and then it did that glitch where it got rid of the vehicle because the save data or something didn't properly save. The fact that that's still even an issue this late in the fucking development stage for this game is still annoying. Yeah, I still need to get that just because I can go head to head with that, which is a good rock, paper, scissors, and this is cheaper. Plus, if I recall correctly, this one has unlimited rockets, whereas this one has limited ones. So, trade-off, because I think this one has like 30 or 40 kits. And then this one has unlimited, but it only has, yeah, 3 shots per rocket tube, but even then it switches, so once this rocket tube runs out it switches to this side, once this one runs out it switches to the other side, so you can basically hold and fire them constantly with almost the same amount of fire rate as this one, but the trade-off is that this one has just slightly faster rockets because they're using the rocket model for the MK2 oppressor for these rockets versus this one. And this is a comparably smaller target compared to this one, and more maneuverable and agile. And the only downside is this one's a little bit faster, but even then that's nothing considering the size of it. It's just an easier target to hit. And I just want this bad boy because, well, it's a jet. And it's the laser. And I'd still have one if Rockstar hadn't taken it away back on PS3 with everyone else's jets that got taken away, and then suddenly put it back in as an option to own again in PS4 version. It's like, yeah, thanks Rockstar, you know, you try to call them and let them know, nope, you can't get that. Oh, and if you want your cargo bob back, nope, you can't get that either, because, you know, back when they got rid of everyone's cargo bobs because of that annoying glitch where people could pick one another's car up, drop it in the water and not have to pay for it. Oh no, you know, we'll just get rid of everyone's cargo bobs, they don't need them at all, You know, suddenly then the PS4 version drops and, oh, you know what, everyone can have cargo bobs. You get a cargo bob, you get a cargo bob, you get a cargo bob. Oh, but the rest of you who lost yours back on PS3 because we forcibly removed them, you all just get to get fucked. It's like, yeah, go fuck yourself, Rockstar. Yeah. No, I only just recently rebought my fucking cargo bob. And actually, I was lucky in the better version of it, the Jet Sam was on sale, so I ended up getting it. But I still need to buy back my laser whenever the next fucking sale for it happens. It's like, I want my fucking laser back. Especially since the laser is one of the best jets for fighting in, just because it has that speed that the Hydra has, but with the maneuverability that it has. Whereas the Hydra doesn't have maneuverability, it just has speed, so you gotta get used to cutting the engine and increasing the acceleration a little more to help out with being able to quickly turn, whereas the laser, you don't have to do that. You just have to steer the way you want to steer, then hit L1 or R1 to help out with quick turning. Plus your X button to use your miniguns for explosive hits. That and the miniguns are actually comparably faster to that compared to that of the Hydra.
Ow! Shit! Dim-wit shithead! I'm gonna have fun. Turn you into my kill.
Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to hit me. Yeah, I'll be fine. 2 shoulder shots and 1 single shot to rip. No, it wasn't center mass. I was just aiming for the sake of aiming, not to really hit center mass. Besides, 5.56. As long as it don't hit nothing vital, it ain't gonna instantly kill them unless it hits something vital. But there ain't much anything vein-wise or capillary-wise back there that can be hit. And and at most I hit a lung, and even then he wouldn't instantly die from that. And the fact that the paramedics respond so quickly in this game, I doubt it. That, and I didn't act like an asshole and shoot and kill them. Frickin', yeah. First responders. Oops, right. I gotta deactivate the music. That alone probably is gonna get me, yeah, fucking copyrighted by 2K again. Oh, you were listen to our in-game music that, you know, our subsidiary company Rockstar has going on in the game. But because that music's technically copyrighted, we're gonna give you a copyright on your video. And YouTube's gonna be right along with us, because YouTube loves giving out copyright bullshit. Oh, your video has been blocked for copyright reasons. Oh, your video has been blocked for copyright reasons. Okay, so somebody literally has a hand sign that's copyrighted. Somebody literally has an abnormally old song from 1952 that's copyrighted. Still copyrighted, rather, I should say, since usually copyright policies only last for a certain set amount of years. And by now, from 1952, I'm pretty sure the copyright for that would have gone out the window. But you know, what do I know, right? Uh-huh. Right here. No, it's just fucking hilarious. It's like, why can't we just do away with copyright bullshit? You know? It's just another fucking power struggle bullshit. How can I enforce my frickin' will on others? Oh, you know, let me copyright this. It's like, thanks, go fuck yourself. Wow, okay, yeah. No. I don't think that song's 1952. I think it's like 19... I want to say 65 or 68, but... Still, the point is, it's like fucking shit tons of time old. And by now, guaranteeably, the copyright friggin... Yeah... Right, the friggin... You know, what the fuck, the document for copyright on it would have been expired by now. Guaranteeably, because most copyright policies, the maximum you can get is about 30 years. And from then to now, it's definitely been more than 30 years. No way that fucking thing's still copyrighted unless somebody bought ownership of the song and then re-copyrighted it, which I highly doubt, because it's a song that just about everybody and their grandmother listens to. Crash into my fucking back of my van. See what the fuck happens. It's like, I know y'all ain't looking to fuck with me. There we go. Really? Time to make some bread there. Or do I want cereal? One half does the other. Turkey rolled into balls with something added, boiled to make a meaty deal, and then added to ramen or honey bunches of oats. Honey bunch of oats, homemade top ramen. Well, okay, not homemade, custom top ramen. Point is,
Yeah,
custom top ramen.
sometimes it's tough being a boss, but I try to be fair. I guess all your training as being a self-absorbed sociopath really came in handy. Why?
Quickness or tastefulness? Quickness or tastefulness? Honey bunch of oats, top ramen. Ah, fuck it, it's the weekend. Honey bunches of oats. Lazy man, this shit.
What if my wife replaces me at my job?
What would happen? Wow, they don't budge. Interesting. Why are you taking pictures of the boss, man? I'm your boss. Yeah. I own the studio. You hear me? I own this studio.
Come on, move! I don't... Cabron!
Anyone else want to challenge their freaking bot?
I knew I'd find you. Stop, damn it! Fuck you! No vale la pena.
Excuse me? Huh. You think you're low me. Hey, why you running? The fuck you running? You want to try and bring a nightstick into this shit, boy? How's that nightstick treating you? Here, let me take it and shove it up your ass like that flashlight deal with that one mission. Yeah, that's just not gonna end well for you. Damn, I forgot how much difference the recoil is on this when it's the stock version. Is that visual enough for you? Cheeky fuck. Now that one shotgun cop got just close enough that his single blast was just within range to get a full frontal. Yeah. No, with as much damage as these are doing, definitely guaranteed the shotguns are using combat loads. Because I'm sorry, but no way an average, you know, hunting size shot's gonna get that shit popped out like that. Yeah. No, guaranteed these are combat loads. The pellets are massive because there's no way. Yeah. And like you can see, the spread on that doesn't have enough small pellets, and the size of the pellet impact. Yeah. That's combat load. Well, I think the most effective for combat loads is this one. Because if I recall correctly, this one's using basically what's essentially portraying Fletcher. Yeah, see? Ripped through and back to front, because it's using a Fletcher style.
You got something to say?
I love how the gun goes off because my character, or Michael, still has his finger on the trigger. Yeah. It's like, dope. Now's the time to pop off a slug right into the cement. Yeah, I still wish I had my drum mag for this in the campaign, but my dumbass got rid of it, and apparently, well, for whatever reason, the gun customizer is not working for campaign the way it used to. Yeah. Nah, if I go up to the gun store right now, the drum magazine won't be there for the heavy shotgun like it used to be. I guess for whatever reason the PS4 version, something's not working right with that, or got reworked, something. Because you can't modify guns like you could back on PS3 as far as newer ones go. But then again, you also can't modify the MK2s in campaign mode, because, you know, that would be preposterous.
Just in time, friend. World's about to go to shit.
Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Only as the default or the extended clip. The drum's not an option anymore. But, you know, then you can go into... Where is it? There it is. There. And, you know, the drum one's automatically equipped, but it doesn't show it as an option. It's like, okay, game, use a dick. No, in my opinion, heavy shotgun all the way. Especially if you get one of the, 30 round mags for it. Just because it's slugs, which means it's getting an increase to range. Like, I can hit those people all the way up there. I can hit those people halfway down the street, I think. Okay, well, nearly. They're just outside the range, but...
I'm out! I'm reloading!
We are already airborne and will engage.
Got me. And he was packing a pistol. That's actually pretty funny. Usually it's always the shotgun cops who finally get me. Yeah. Well, yeah, SWAT sometimes, but even then SWAT's pretty nominal. Just because of the fact that they really only pack, yeah, the basic two-handed SMG or the special carbine, or, pardon me, carbine rifle, not special carbine. Okay.